everyone, it is the moment of truth. I have taken the Spiral Legacy GMK Godzilla out of the box, and let's see if it's in good shape. Well, my friends, one side of the dorsal plates look in great condition. I've seen some others that have scuff marks on it or some kind of scratching. Well, he looks in great condition. The lighting in this room is actually really poor, so as you can tell, actually you can't see it very well, but I don't see anything wrong with it on this side. Let's turn him over. Well, looks like mine is very good. I just see one little tiny little scratch there. Otherwise, looks in fantastic condition. I forgot to show you the second piece of the tail. I see a tiny little scratch there, a little scuff, but no big deal. And now it's time to take a quick peek at the Queen Muto. She comes well packaged in this styrofoam. Great news, the Queen Muto is undamaged. So let's get started with this review. Greetings Kaiju collectors and Kaiju fans, it's Thomas here with Monster Island Kaiju Reviews, and today we have a double whopper quick review, and it is the Spiral GMK Godzilla in the Legacy series, and this is a beast. This is the one we're talking about right here, and the other one here is the Queen Muto, and this one I'm not sure if this, you know what, I think this is also in the Legacy series. I am blanking out right now. I'm just so totally stoked. I was really concerned that these guys were going to come damaged in some way. I've heard some complaints with this one recently, with people having separation in the lower leg, or the leg part came off. I mean, it was just, I guess there were clean separations relatively speaking, but even if you had to put them back together, you will see probably some of the seam lines, or the paint will be visibly different, so you would have to do some work. But this one here is totally undamaged, absolutely nothing wrong that I can see off of quick glance. It's a very heavy figure. I gotta be careful that I don't place it funny, but this one here, it's got some pretty decent weight too. When the UPS guy came, I guess I was so excited, I just grabbed the box and I just lifted it up, and I thought it was like totally light. But after when the adrenaline settled down and I picked the box up again later, I said, oh, you know what, this box is kind of heavy. But my goodness, this guy is ridiculously big. One thing that is pretty cool is with Spiral, they have a magnetic tail. So this is right here. Very, very cool. I mean, it snaps on really easily, and you can barely notice the seam. I think it's definitely a very good compromise. But as you guys may have seen in my little clip just before this here, you saw tiniest little scuff there, and on a little bit on the tail. But this paint here is just basically very stark white. Definitely a very easy fix. Just get a little bit of a brush, dry brushing here, and you will not notice a thing. But this guy is a beast. I am so happy that I got this guy. I do have the X Plus Gigantic. Now that one is stylized, so it was a lot easier to decide to get this guy here. And my goodness, I am so glad that I did not hold off on this one. You know, I said I was gonna, at least to myself, I said to myself that I was going to really be more particular, and I wasn't quite sure how this one would turn out. Obviously, we've seen some pictures, but in hand, this guy is fantastic. And one thing I did not notice so much in other people's pictures is that in all these, in all the textures here, it looks like there's like a little bit of like dust or dirt. So it looks like he's been wrestling some other kaiju or something. Really nice looking. Now my eyes look like they're a little bit blacker. little bit less white. I will definitely get some close-ups for you guys to check out, but I am beyond stoked with this one here. This one here has a lot of subtle detail. Just off the just if you just look at it really quickly, you go, oh, it's just a gray looking creature, which it is, but it does have tons of little fine details. Maybe not like super awesomely detailed, but it looks more like elephant skin. So it definitely has some marks, and I noticed it's got some like battle damage. So this queen has been in a major scuffle. Pretty cool looking, very strange looking, just like when I first saw this in the 2014 film. Well, maybe not this particular one. This is the Queen Muto. So I'm getting all confused. I know there's some different one, like it's from the 2019 film. There's one in the comics. I think this is from the 2019 film, correct? I think so. I'm getting so lost, mixed up with all these kaiju now. But my goodness, these are awesome. My first impression is that these are really great. I am really fortunate that I did not get any damage on mine. Mine was done really packaged really well. I mean, obviously everyone's is packaged really well as usual. I mean, there's so much protection inside. You really have to have some bad luck. I think depending on how the box was handled, because even if it's got a lot of styrofoam, I mean, if the box is heavily jostled, I would imagine it was shaken there, and you can probably scratch something maybe, but it was very well protected. I just took it right out. It was no problem. So you know what? Enough of my babbling. I think we're gonna go get some close-up videos of this guy, some size comparisons, and then my final thoughts. But let's do that right now. started with our first comparison. We have a very large Bandai figure from 1988. This is based on the 84 Godzilla. And this guy is from the Greater Monster series, I believe. And this is the reissue. The original came out in 84. And that is one of the original Gigantics from back in the day. These guys are so big, they don't fit on my table. And I'm sorry that you guys might not be able to get quite the visuals as I was hoping. And one more shot so you guys can see the dorsal plates. Alright, and here is one with the X Plus 1954 FSL Godzilla. And these guys actually seem to scale pretty good, but you'll see in a moment here that the GMK is quite a bit bigger. Actually, to my surprise, the X Plus is about 19 inches tall. GMK is actually closer to 20. There's a little issue with the angle of my camera here, but the GMK definitely has a much wider and bigger overall body size. Now, with that said, that doesn't make the X Plus any less interesting or cool looking. I think both of these look quite awesome side by side. For our next comparison, we have also another X Plus. This is the 2001 GMK Godzilla, the X Plus Gigantic. And that guy has the really nice looking blue semi-translucent dorsal plates, and I will show you it right now. And this GMK from X Plus also comes with a pretty cool tail base. And there it is right there. It's not just like a brick. It does have some details and stuff on it, so that makes it interesting. And it actually looks like part of a roadway or something, so you might be able to even use it for a diorama for little smaller figures. It's actually pretty shocking to see the size difference. Granted, the X Plus is more hunched over, and the other one's a little bit more upright. Just that the spiral is just a beast. Now, with that said, am I going to sell the X Plus one? No, I don't think so. I still like it a lot. All right, and here is a shot with the Queen Muto also in here, and I got the X Plus 30 centimeter Sakai Godzilla. This one is the custom closed mouth, and that's a sweet looking figure. These three look pretty cool in the same shot. The 95 kind of looks like it's Junior. I mean, GMK's Junior. That doesn't quite make sense, but what I'm trying to say is the 95 looks so tiny compared to these guys. And up next we have a Star Ace King Kong, and this is from the Legendary universe, and this is the deluxe figure that comes with the base, and he has a helicopter in his left hand. And that Star Ace Kong is actually done really well. It's got the closed mouth. He's got a stoic look of defiance, and definitely one of my favorite Kongs. All right, for our final comparisons, to the left we have an X Plus Ultraman Zophie. That's a larger monster series, otherwise 25 centimeter scale. And to the center we have a X Plus Defo Real Jet Jaguar, very nicely done. It's got the supersized head. It looks pretty interesting and amusing. To the right we have a NECA Legendary Godzilla. This is the Burning Godzilla, and I wish NECA would get that license back, but it doesn't look like it's happening anytime soon, but you never know. And I almost forgot, riding on GMK Godzilla's shoulders is the Bandai Gojiban. I want to say that's like Little Godzilla. Hey guys, and we are back. I hope you guys liked the close-ups of these two figures and the various size comparisons. Before I continue, I wanted to show you something else. This is the Rick exclusive bonus from the 2014 Godzilla. I think this came with the standard colored Godzilla, but as I said, this is a Rick extra. This is so cool. And this was the only Muto, really a really nicely detailed Muto that we had for a long time until we got this one here. And I want to say also the SH Monster Arts, there's a pair in there, I believe, a box set of 2 figures. But this one here is really cool. One more extra piece is this severed Muto head. And this came with the 2014 X Plus Godzilla 30 centimeter with the blue dorsal plates, if I'm not mistaken. And this is pretty wicked. You can see that there's a little bit of blood in the back here. Different coloration of these 2 Mutos though, which is interesting. So yeah, so that's a couple more comparisons. And now back to these 2 figures here. If you guys are on the fence on any of these here, I highly recommend either one. If you guys are into GMK Godzilla or just Godzilla himself, I highly recommend this one here. This is the best one you can get, probably just straight out of the box. The details and the presence of this guy is just amazing. This is a large figure, really catches your eye. And if you guys like something a little bit unusual like this Muto here, I think they did a really good job on this one here. Very solid, and the coloration is different. This is the Queen Muto from the Legendary, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, I lose track of these various incarnations. So yeah, so a basic overall score, I give these guys extremely high marks. The detail, sculpt, the workmanship of this is excellent. I don't think you can go wrong. Yeah, that is it, folks. That is the conclusion of this review. I am having a giveaway at 1K subscribers. We are getting very close. So if you guys have not subscribed, please consider doing so. Share my channel. And also, I appreciate all the likes and comments and your support along the way. So yeah, that is it. One more thing. Yeah, some of the items that I have said I was going to give away, they're in my previous videos. And I have one more item that I do want to give away, and I'm still deciding what it may be. So that is it for now. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye-bye.